I know it's early, and you guys weren't out there yesterday, but what's this week been like with your sort of different knowledge of you're the guy this week and you're going to get the start? I mean, I know you knew what was going on last week, but it's a different thing this week. It seems like.
Yeah, being named the starter definitely helps you prepare mentally in a different aspect for the game. So I feel like I'm just gonna prepare all week, like I know how. Take the coaches from the coaches all week and go into Saturday confident and ready.
Was it tough coming in and out like that? Did it make it tough to kind of get into a rhythm, or was that enough just to kind of get your feet wet a little bit, come out and take a breather?
It was tough, but it didn't hinder me in any way. We were prepared for it all week. That's what we had practice for, so I was ready for it.
It's your show. I mean, when you are the starter, there's certain expectations that are placed on you from your teammates, from yourself, obviously. Does that change? Is that something you're going to have to grow into? I mean, I know that's what you've done, your whole life, but obviously not in college yet.
Yeah, well, it's not my show; it's our show.
Well, yeah, good call.
But I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared to lead the team when my number's called, so I'm ready.
What's the biggest challenge when you have to be the quarterback, you're the guy talking in the huddle, all that stuff? What's the biggest challenge?
I feel like the number one challenge for any quarterback is decision making. Mm-hmm. That's the cornerstone of our position, so that's the biggest challenge.
When you walked out on that field on Saturday, I mean, how wide were your eyes? I mean, was that?
They weren't too wide. They weren't that wide, honestly. I wanted to go in there and get a win in Norman and shut all those fans up. But it was a good learning experience. I enjoyed myself.
So what's it like this week, Texas coming into town? I mean, did your mindset change at all? Or?
My mindset changed being named the starter, yeah. But as far as my expectations, no, they haven't changed. I'm ready to go out there, compete, and get this W.
What was your thought process when Coach Weiss came in? I mean, he's recruiting a bunch of quarterbacks. He's got Dane in here. He's got Jake Heaps in here. What was your thought process about where you fit into that mix?
As long as I got a chance to compete, that's all you can ask for. All you can ask for is a chance. That's it.
A lot of people assume that, okay, this quarterback situation is all set. It's going to be Dane this year. It's going to be Jake the next couple of years. I mean, what kind of kept you going and kept you competing to eventually have a chance to get on the field?
Well, I don't have anything to say about any other player, but I just kept my faith and kept my nose to the grindstone and kept working.
Can you talk about how Dane's helped you, whether it's been these last couple of weeks or just since he arrived?
Since Dane's been here, he's been a great influence on me, especially attacking the game from the X's and O's and the mental standpoint. Him being a fifth-year senior, he has insight that I won't have until I'm a fifth-year senior. And if I can get it from him, then I'll be able to build on that and have more insight to give somebody else down the line.
Was there a quarterback that you patterned your game after? I mean, you mentioned Vince Young. It was the only time that you were a Texas fan.
Right. Drew Brees. Mm-hmm. He's an undersized quarterback in the league, world championship. Not much bad you can say about him.
When we talked to you after that Oklahoma State game, you said that was the first game your parents hadn't seen you play in. Are they going to be here for this one?
They'll be here this week. I'm sure they'll be here.
Coach House was talking about how you're pretty calm and collected. How do you keep that going?
I feel like if you're everywhere with your emotions, that's just wasted energy. If you can just channel your energy into completing your task or completing the task at hand, then that's when you have the best chance to succeed.
We're obviously going to ask him, but do you think your teammates would describe you as calm and collected?
Yeah.
Yeah? On and off the field?
Yeah.
Speaking of your teammates, I was talking to Andrew last week. He said he's got a lot more jammed fingers with you in the game. You get a lot of complaints from those receivers for how fast that comes out? Or?
I did early on, but we all have a job to do. It's my job to throw it. It's their job to catch it.
What else are they going to complain about you? What else are they going to say about you?
I don't know. We're going to have to ask them. I'm not going to throw myself under the bus.
We had an undersized quarterback about 4 years ago that put up some pretty amazing numbers. Have you heard anything of him? Have you ever talked to him in your career here, or do you ever think about him?
I've heard of him. I've never spoken to him or had one-on-one time with him, but I'm sure you're talking about Tyrese.
Yeah, and he's coming back. Saturday.
Oh, he is? See, I didn't know that. But I hope I get a chance to speak to him.